change the form of man, and free the prince forever damned. Release thy might from flesh and mire, and boil the blood and heart of fire. Gone, gone the form of man, rise the demon Etrigan. Good evening and good morning to one and all. Welcome to a tutorial to Subnautica. We're going to be starting a new game. I have 2 other games. I will showcase this one later. But today, we shall be starting a new game. Unlike the beginning of the series for Into the Depths that I started, we will be doing things a bit differently. First, let me introduce you to the options for Subnautica. Survival. Crash land on a dangerous alien planet and scavenge resources. Manage hunger, thirst to survive. Freedom. For all-out cheaters. Like survival, but without the hunger or thirst. Where's the fun in that? Hardcore. Survival mode with only 1 life and no O2 alerts. Probably try that later. Creative. Build anything with no constraints, oxygen, food, pressure, story, and death disabled. Well, yes, of course. The first one is what everyone would like to try. This one, no. This one, maybe later. And this one, bah. Why would I want that anyway? Let us begin, and pardon me while I go and knit a sweater while this loads. This is the only thing I really do not like about this game, is the very long loading times. We're going to do a tutorial on how to gather materials, how to avoid certain creatures. Some creatures you will have to get damage inflicted upon you from. And you'll have to forgive me, my words are just jumbled up right now. I'm very tired. I've had a very tiring 3 weeks. I'm going back to work as of Monday for reassignment. Been a very, very tiring week. Of course, getting ready for the new year. Hope everyone had a wonderful new year. And I hope you do enjoy this tutorial. While it loads, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee because, well, it's late and I need one. Bloody hell. I could make a fresh pot of coffee. The way this thing is loading. Also, do forgive me though. Press any button to continue. Well, it's about bloody time. I just knitted an entire wool sweater. Sorry if I'm a bit loud, I'm close to my microphone again. Press any button to continue. Unknown World Entertainment and Panic Button presents a tutorial. No, they present Subnautica.
Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Well, yes, of course, and here we go. Apparently the aurora is blowing up, and not in a good way. Starting out much like my series Into the Depths, but we will just be, as I said, showcasing a lot of the survival tactics needed. And, ow, that was painful. Use feedback menu to report bugs and give feedback. Of course, you will need to do this. There are a few bugs here and there. After we put this fire out, I'll be showing you how to survive this underwater adventure. Pick up fire extinguisher. Bloody hell. There we are. Booting up PDA. I didn't even realize it actually said that. Sounded like it was trying to say Sega.
This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the data bank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Well, isn't that wonderful? It would appear we are on our own. Damaged secondary system, use repair tool. Well, first off, let's see the options. You start out with all basic options: wiring, battery, microchips, and of course wiring kits. Now, wiring kits are going to be difficult at first, but rest assured it will not be that difficult. Alright, let's be off then. Also, there are alien birds on this planet. That is the Aurora. Blown up real good.
Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause known. Zero human life signs detected.
Isn't that just interesting? Alright, so we have absolutely nothing in our inventory, so let's go ahead into the breach. The first thing we need to do is start crafting a few things. And the one thing we do need, and the game will actually start you off with how to do
Is
things.
an essential component of all powered equipment.
You will need copper,
Survival has just increased to unlikely.
quartz,
but plausible.
all sorts of things you will need. Also, keep an eye on your oxygen meter. Make sure you stay and stick to the surface.
Oxygen.
See what I mean? Again, sorry if I sound a bit incoherent. I am very tired. I decided to do a tutorial not just for myself but for friends of mine. As you can see, there's scattered equipment all around. We can't do anything about it just yet, though. Do not, under any circumstances, go here yet. This area, that area is full of predators. Predators. You will find resources in the local area. Flora and fauna will actually provide you with plenty of things. It's going to be a pain doing this too. I'm telling you right now, so be prepared for pain. Also, oh, I never realized what those bloody things noises were. I always thought it was just something of a glitch in the game, but apparently these are called gas pods, and they make a strange, creepy laugh. This is a brain core. You'll find salvage, which will provide you with early titanium. Pick up as much as you can early in the game, but not too many. Do not overfill your inventory. Metal salvage will provide you with much needed material.
Oxygen.
Yes, of course. You will find resources scattered around the entire seabed. Also, these things can see you coming from a mile away. Why? Because they're mostly eyeballs. Trying to catch them right now is futile. Stick to your supplies currently. Acid mushrooms, vital to your cause. These are a staple. Bloody hell. I don't want to die during a tutorial. That would just be ridiculous. The only saving grace. Bloody hell. Alright, so let's see what we have so far. Going to need another copper. Well, actually I need 4 copper to start doing the things that we need to do. So let's look for that limestone. Actually, you know what I'm going to do right now? Is pick up this metal salvage. As I said before, don't overfill your inventory. Titanium is made from this though. Creepvine is also essential to your cause early on in the game. Make sure you know its location. Keep an eye out to where your life pod is at all times, even after you've built a new base. Make sure you know where it is because it could save your life. Keep your life pod stocked with supplies at all times as well. Also, cooked food does not mean food that will keep. You will need salt in order to preserve it. So make sure that you look for salt deposits, commonly found in the creepvine zone, which I will show you later. Alright. First thing we need to do is get titanium made. I do not recommend eating raw fish, but if you do not have any other option, then it is recommended that you do so as a survival tactic. Quartz can be made into glass, electronics. We'll make a battery right now because we're going to need it.
New blueprint acquired.
You will need to make a standard O2 tank so that you can stay underwater longer.
New blueprint acquired.
Deployables. Waterproof lockers will provide you with temporary storage for any excess that you have. They will be your best friend at the beginning of the game. I highly recommend that you do so as soon as possible.
The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Yes, of course. Well, she explained that right away, didn't she? The O2 tank is made. We'll need to get fins. So, let's see what else I will need. Bloody hell. What's a whole fish doing here this early in the game? You usually don't see a whole fish until early on in the game. Also, I haven't seen any bladderfish eat. Well, bloody hell. Also, your lifeboat or pod actually comes fully equipped with food and water. Not a lot of it, but enough to keep you going through this adventure. You cannot eat directly from there, so I would recommend not doing that. Nutrient block and water. You need filtered water as well. Also, first aid kits. The medical fabricator is still online, so you'll be able to use it before getting a repair tool, which will probably be the next thing that we make after the survival night. Darkness is your worst enemy. I highly recommend making a flashlight once everything has settled in. As a matter of fact, that will probably be priority. Now the first thing we're going to do is start scanning technology because we're going to need it. Check these cargo boxes, all of them. If they appear closed, there's nothing. You can't scan the bloody thing, so I highly recommend not wasting your time on sealed cargo boxes.
30 seconds.
Oh, bloody hell. You can stay down longer, but not for that much longer. So you have 7502 now. Now what we're looking for is salvage technology. Need to find a few of these. You will have to scan different types of technology that has been dropped. Bloody hell, that's creepy. Sorry for swimming to the surface so much, but we need to keep oxygenated. Otherwise, this tutorial will just turn into a death spree. Also, isn't there a lovely view at night? Also, I believe there's a moon out. Ah, there it is. Do not attempt to scan the moon. That is not feasible. You can scan creatures as well. These things are a good start since they're slow, and I'll be able to scan them without too much of a problem. Gas pods are quite deadly, even though they look docile. They release, well, gas pods. The cloud is poisonous. If you couldn't already tell. Scan all indigenous plant life and life forms.
30 seconds.
Yes, of course. Oh, bloody hell. The best way to stay under for longer periods of time would be to find brain coral. You can also plant them later. Oh, let's see. Yes, we need to find a bit more copper and some silver as well. Also, as I said before, if you find brain coral, sit above them so that you can regain some of your oxygen intake. This will let you remain underwater longer. Coral tubes. Also vital to your cause. Now, where did that creep vine forest go? Need to head to the surface momentarily to...
Radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core.
Oh yes, I forgot. Radiation. You need to be careful. As you can see, life pod number 5 is smoking. That is because it's still damaged. Now, where are those bloody creep vines? I need them. A sky ray. What's that bloody thing doing down here? Well, that's odd, and I don't see any bladderfish. Also, bladderfish were common in the game at the beginning, but since I'm starting a new game, there seems to be some sort of weirdness going on with the files. Bladderfish are vital to getting water as well. But since we cannot find any currently... Oh, the sea glide. Once you have it... Oh, bloody hell, really? Well, I have been playing for a long time. It would appear my DualShock battery is low. One moment while I plug it in. Bloody hell. Yes, the game seems to be absent of bladderfish. Well, my new game anyway. For some odd reason. I have to report it as a bug. Now, since we can't find any of those particular fish, we're going to have to depend on disinfected water. And the way to make that... there's a bladderfish. Well, bloody hell. But there's only one of them. Hold still, you bloody thing.
30 seconds.
Making me look bad for this tutorial. Bloody hell. There we are. Alright, let's see if we can find some more limestone outcrops, because we're going to need them. Also, silver ore is quite rare in this vicinity, and finding it can be quite the headache. This area is dangerous and it is home to both sand sharks and bone sharks. Again, not recommended that you go here. Ooh, bloody hell. Oh, there's some bladderfish. Now we're seeing more and more of them. I don't recommend overfishing bladderfish, even though they are a good resource for water. You shouldn't overfish them because then they disappear. There's some creep vine. We need creep vine for another certain item. Oh, I forgot I can't... Wait, can I do that? Let's see. Need to scan it first. Can't really do anything with it right now. Here's an outcrop. Another copper. Bloody blue blazes, hell.
New blueprint acquired. New blueprint acquired.
Sea Glide will make your life a lot easier. You'll be able to move faster once I can get the bloody thing built. The next thing on the list would be a bloody survival knife, but we can't make it without silicon rubber. That's right. I believe I can make that from creepvine seeds. Give me a moment. Oh, hello. What be you? Mobile vehicle. The mobile vehicle bay is another important item. Also be very, very careful in the creepvine forest. This is why. Stalkers. They like to snatch up metal and make it into their nests.
30 seconds.
Also, they have a terrifying yell.
Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes.
Yes.
Study recommended.
Also,
New blueprint acquired.
did that bloody thing just bite me? You bastard. You just wait. It's supposed to be a tutorial. bloody hell. But like I said, much like the beginning of my Into the Depths series, we're just looking for items and trying to survive this watery hell. As I said before, always try to keep your base in view. Well, your temporary base. Beacons will be important to mark your base once you have one. A permanently built base. Where was that? Oh yes, a permanently built base will actually benefit you in many ways. Again, I highly discourage overfishing the oceans. I do not overfish the bladderfish. Once I find some salt deposits, I will show you how to make disinfected water. It's quite easy, really. I don't know where sky rays where that one dead sky ray came from, but it was not supposed to be under the water. Ah, another first aid kit. The fabricator will make first aid kits every 30 minutes. Really? Has it been 30 minutes already? Well, bloody hell. We need another battery, definitely. The next thing you will need is a survival knife.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Also,
Fabricator draws from available data to provide environment-appropriate equipment using locally available materials. For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
well, yes, of course. Let us go ahead and deploy these 2 storage units. Now, it is highly recommended that you deploy them just below your life pod. Don't deploy them elsewhere. That's just stupid. I'm not saying that you yourselves would be stupid. I'm just saying that stupid players would actually do something like that. Or players that just want to be smart asses. There we are. Storage lockers can be used to store a lot of your items. That way you're freed up. Also, I just remembered something. If you really want to make the beginning of your game easier and your life a bit easier, I recommend making this before you make the repair tool. Now, since we have the blueprint for it, I do highly recommend making this. Yes, I need some copper ore for that first. The grab trap will actually make fishing a lot easier. And as you can see, you can move a lot faster. Let's see if we can't find also, once you have a scanned blueprint, any fragments of that same blueprint will be turned into resources, mainly titanium. You can now move much faster with fins, as you can see.
Seconds.
Yes, I know there's been a lot of swimming to the surface. You don't have to remind me. Later on in the game, you'll be able to make a higher capacity O2 tank. Currently in my main game, I am up to about 220 worth of oxygen. This is for deeper exploration and to last longer underwater. Let's see, I believe I have... No, that was titanium I found. Bloody hell. Oh!
30 seconds.
I almost forgot. Now this is going to be at great risk. First we need 1, 2, 3 of these. Alright. Now, Gary fish.
New creature discovered.
We need to pick up some fish as well. Catching these blighters is quite the challenge. Oh! I have to investigate that. It's the first time I've seen that formation. Or maybe I've just passed it up. Also, these things, these are living, breathing, moving biomes. Also, I highly recommend and discourage going too close to one with, you see that little red thing right there? That's called a tiger reef. It fires thorns at you. I highly discourage going near it. But this entire thing is called a reef back. They have entire biomes growing on them. And even though it doesn't show, feral papyrus. Papyrus. Bloody hell. You really don't. You can break barnacles on them, but I highly discourage it. For the simple fact, well, you can be attacked by that over there. I thought we already scanned this. See how it pulsed? Bloody thing will attack you. It's getting dark again. The day-night cycles are quite long. So let's see, I need another copper. I have plenty of titanium. And I need some salt deposit as well. Salt deposits can actually be found in the creepvine zone. So we're going to see if we can go back to the creepvine. If you're really hard up for food, you can eat creepvine. It doesn't restore much, but it's enough to keep you going until you can make it back to your life pod. Also remember what I said, cooked food does not translate into food that will keep. You will need salt in order to preserve it. Don't go parading around with a lot in your inventory. You're going to need space in order for you to get resources. Now, where the hell is that creepvine zone? It's very hard to... Wait. Oh, I suppose we're going to have to do it. Give me a moment. I didn't want to waste the battery we just made, but we're going to have to in order to find resources. Now you can make... No, I didn't want to rename the bloody thing. So let's see. 2 glass, 2 titanium. Take this out and we're going to have to process it. Also, it is good to process items early so you don't, you know, overpopulate.
Seconds.
Yes, yes. And while we're here, because we're going to need food and water soon. Let's see. I keep opening the wrong storage compartment. Again, that is just the creepiest of sounds. You get used to it after a while. The sounds in this game are wonderful. But if anyone who has ever played the Metroid series will tell you, it is the sounds are very reminiscent from Metroid.
Lubricant is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
I'm sorry, Gary.
Accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
So we're going to need a bloody flashlight to navigate the darker areas of the game. Later on, you won't need the flashlight once you have a Sea Glide. And speaking of which, that is under deployables, so let's see what it takes to make that. Let's see, we have 2 of the components, we will need 2 more components. So we'll have to go in search of copper and all that. Be careful not to overuse your flashlight too. I highly discourage. Where was I? Oh yes, I highly discourage too much use on the flashlight. We're going to have to see if I can find that salt deposits. Oh bloody hell! Ah! That, ladies and gentlemen, is called a crash fish. Bloody things will attack you, even though they look like animals or fish.
30 seconds.
They are actually plants.
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the repair tool. Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core may result in a quantum detonation.
Well, that's interesting. We've actually heard all this before. Or let's continue on. I need to locate more copper. And unfortunately more sulfur as well.
New creature discovered.
I need to find some salt deposits quickly. I'm running out of water. Stay near Brain Coral if you can for the duration of the first part of the game. It will help you survive much longer and you can stay under much longer. We'll visit these spires later. They contain silver and lead. First and foremost, as I said, I need to visit the Creepvine area. Titanium is quite common, but you will find yourself running out of it on a constant if you're not careful. Ah, another tool which we will need later.
30 seconds. Seek fluid intake immediately.
I turned into a bloody death spree, so let me hurry this up. Well, isn't that just interesting? Also, if you're wondering why I turned off the comments, no one ever comments while I'm recording. So, fancy that. Creepvine.
New blueprint acquired.
Now there should be some salt deposits in this area.
Seconds.
You'll be hearing quite a lot of that, unfortunately. Ah, there it is.
Oxygen.
Oh, bloody hell, bloody hell, bloody hell. I do not think I'm going to make it this time. No, I did not. Bloody hell. Oh, wait, I did make it. Well, bloody hell. Oh, why did that bloody thing chase me up here? Get away from me. You can defend yourself with the knife, although it is harder to kill them with this knife than anything else. I have 2 salt deposits. I'll need to make it back to base. Bladderfish can be used to make water, but as I said, I highly discourage overfishing them because they disappear once you have used them all up. And they only breed here in the shallows. Using up all of the bladderfish in this area is highly discouraged. Do not do that. Now he's thirsty. There is 1 more water left. Oh, I thought there was. There's not. Bloody hell! I need to go down to one of the chests and get the coral, the table coral samples. Now where did I put? Ah, there they are. I should have 3 of them, and I'll only need 2. I could swear I had some coral. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, please don't do that. What happened to the coral samples I had? Bloody hell. Also, he makes some of the most distressing noises you've ever heard when he's being hurt. Give me a moment. You have to keep an eye on your thirst and hunger. Unfortunately, I was stupid and did not keep an eye on the thirst. Sorry. Oh, bloody hell. I hate being tired. Alright, we'll do 1 bleach right now.
And
I need to hurry and make some water.
Preparing a day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death. Vital signs stabilizing.
You need table coral sample or coral tube sample and salt to make bleach. Bleach then can be used to purify the surrounding water. I should not do these tutorials when I am tired. Gelatinous whole fish. Decomposing cooked Gary fish. Alright then, we only have one nutrient block yet left. We might as well use it. Also, these flares will come in handy. Now let me see, what do I need for the repair tool? Oh, I have everything I need. Well, bloody hell. Now I'll show you why you needed to make the repair tool.
Lifeboat secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results.
Now your life pod is a bit homier and a bit brighter. The smoke should clear out momentarily. Did I leave that bloody coral in here? No, I did not. Well, I'll leave this copper here, and titanium, and this. Also, I need to go ahead and use the fabricator to make some more basic materials. Fiber mesh, namely. And since we were injured earlier, I will need to make a first aid kit. There we are. Alright, life pod is now back on bound. So now we have several of the basic essentials. Now I need to go ahead and locate, let me see, I'll get some more of these mushrooms. These mushrooms are important for making batteries and power cells. I highly recommend keeping at least 12 at all times inside of a storage container, even if it's by itself. Also, don't forget to repair your radio.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Translated, no help is coming anytime soon. This is why you need to repair all of your equipment. Alright, the escape pod has now been repaired. Now we will have to go in search of more resources. Again, very sorry. I sound tired and my dialogue is not what it should be. Alright, we need to pick up the titanium we had down here. There's my bloody table coral. Let me put some of this up here, because I should have had it up here instead of having it down there. Bloody hell. We need to go in search of more salt deposit. Copper ore, lubricant, I don't think I need this much titanium. So let's see what is needed to make a sea glide. Don't need a beacon right now. I need a grav trap, but I need a battery for that as well. I'll need some copper wiring for the sea glide. But for now, we will make a grav trap. Grav traps should be a priority tool for you to use, and I'm going to show you why. If you watched my other videos before, you will know that I used my grav trap to fish, but it's not only good for fishing. It's also good for gathering resources that you can't see. Example. See that? Also, as I have said before, good for fishing. You'll want to scan all of the local wildlife.
30 seconds.
Oh, bloody hell. Also, don't leave your grav traps laying around. They can float off or be pulled off by large animals if they attach themselves to it. Getting dark again. Quartz is very important later on for base building. You'll need it for glass and such. Again, keep an eye on your oxygen levels, but also bear in mind that you will also need to keep an eye on your hunger as well.
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%. Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle development.
Ah, good, more copper. The more we have, the better off we are. We'll deal with fish later. I'm still full. Now I need a bit of silver. We're going to have to take a risk and go out this way.
30 seconds.
Oh, bloody hell. Ah, good, the sun's coming up.
Oxygen.
I think we've seen more of the sun, we've seen more of the upper than the lower part in this tutorial. But you do have to, and unfortunately, as I said before, maintain your oxygen. Really not much choice in the matter. Really do not like these things. Alright, we need to find some silver deposits. Ah, more metal salvage.
30 seconds.
Oh, bloody blue blazes hell. Also, keep an eye on your power meter. for your tools. Also, I'm going to need a flare down here because there are predators that I really don't like. They pop up out of the sand.
Short-range scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Let me refill my oxygen before gathering the resources within this area. These large salt deposits can only be gotten with a special tool. I'd highly recommend that you acquire this tool before trying anything. I believe that is silver that I just picked up. Let me see if I can pick anything else up. Seems to be a number of spadefish in this area. Spadefish are not very, they're not very fast. They're also quite disturbingly ugly. I'm sorry, they are.
30 seconds. Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Continuing to monitor.
Also, I do not recommend going near the Aurora anytime soon. Alright, we're going to return to the safe shallows for the time being. I need to locate more silver. Let me see, what do I have on me? Let's see, quartz, copper, titanium. I need to locate that silver. Silver and lead are quite rare early on in the game, but they become more and more common as time goes on.
Seconds.
Yes, I know. Bloody coral is taking its sweet time producing any oxygen bubbles. Bloody hell, that was close. Could have died in this cave down here. Also, when you die, there are consequences, so I highly discourage that you stay down for too long, especially without nearby oxygen supply. Brain coral make good oxygen suppliers, but don't count on them all the time. Sometimes they're just not around in biomes you need them in. I need to scan these bloody things to collect more information on them. Bloody hell, it's out of range. Alright then, can't stay here forever. Wouldn't be much of a tutorial now, would it? Ah, another fragment we need. Need another fragment. Ah, there's some salt deposit there. I will need that.
Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Lovely. Thank you for that information.
Oxygen.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm going to lose my grav trap. and possibly lose a life as well. Well, so much for a survival tutorial. Oh, I thought I was going to die. Now, I hope I can find my grab trap again. Because usually when I do things like this, I usually lose some of my equipment as a direct result. Now, where did that bloody grab trap go? I know it was around here somewhere. Oh, I see something I may need. Ah, more scattered parts. Where did you go, you blood? Ah, there's my grab trap. Before we go gallivanting off into that area over there, let me get the resources the grab trap picked up. Lead. Another vital.
30 seconds.
That is another vital. We're going to go up from here, and then we're going to dive back down. Because I see some resources I need to scan. I know this tutorial will be quite long, but it will be quite worth it for those of you who need a tutorial on how to do this. You'll be able to find wreckages and scattered equipment all over the place. It's all a matter of knowing where to look.
Integrating new PDA data. 30 seconds. New blueprint acquired.
Oh, bloody hell. Definitely need to make a sea glider ASAP. But first I need some more resources such as copper, lead, and silver. Silver is vital to making wiring kits. I need to get back into the safe shallows ASAP. Ah, some gold. Let me get a bit more air. I swear I'm catching more air than I am spending time down on the surface. Ah. Coffee went from being hot to lukewarm. Bloody hell. Now, if I am correct, there should be a bioreactor fragment in this area. Or at least one or two of them. Ah, here's one of them. Once again running low on oxygen. Bloody hell. Very sorry if this tutorial is running long, and I do hope that most of you will watch it. It will show you the do's and don'ts of Subnautica. Don't run out of oxygen. Do gather resources. Don't take on large creatures without a knife, and even if you have a knife, I would suggest running instead of trying to take them on. Later on, when you have sufficient weaponry, such as the repulsion cannon and the what was the other cannon? There was another different cannon. There was a repulsion cannon. Bloody hell. Wouldn't let me pick it up. Ah, more salt deposit.
30 seconds.
Oh, my inventory's full? Well, bloody hell. Alright, I suppose it's time to go back then. When your inventory is full, you shouldn't be hanging around anyway. I didn't even realize my inventory was full, and here I was saying, don't go gallivanting around with a full inventory. That's just ludicrous. And I did it. That was a stupid thing to do. So let's head back. We're also running low on water. My food is doing quite well. Another radio broadcast, I see.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call. Back.
This is Lifepod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emerge. Late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Alright, let's see what is necessary for a sea glide. Now, as you can see, I have used no bladderfish so far. Other people like to overfish with the bladderfish. Don't do that. They disappear after a while and you will miss them. Cooked spadefish, decent size, but salty. Alright, let's see how much copper I have before I do anything else. Alright, I have 4 copper. I need copper wiring. Okay, let's see. I have the lubricant. I need a battery and copper wiring. So let's go ahead and get those made. Copper wiring. And a battery. Now we can make the deployable sea glide.
The sea glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
You're probably wondering why I made a beacon as well. That will come in handy later on. Oh, forgive me. Very sorry. We'll store the rest of this water, put the rest of these resources away. Also, I need to see what I need for another tank, because that's the second thing, the second type of tank you should get is a higher capacity tank. So let's see, I need glass, titanium, and silver ore, and my standard tank, which I already have. So let's see, we'll go about making some glass. Let's get some glass made. For glass, just 1 sheet of glass actually, you will need 2 quartz. Silver, as I said, is going to be very, very hard to get. Early on in the game, of course. So let's see, what was needed? Need 2 glass. Quartz is quite common around the region. Bloody hell. Oh, I think I have some more quartz down here. See, that's the beauty of having these down here. Also, your sea glide will help you move faster through the water. It will also give you a topography map as well. There's nothing there. Or there. Well, bloody hell, I'll need to go into one of these caves. So now you have a faster mode of transport. This also has its own light on it. You can also now outrun those bloody things. Now we can go back for its cave sulfur. Oh, bloody thing's empty. Alright, I have to get rid of that later. Also, now you can reach the surface much faster, too. Keep an eye on your power. You're going to need to keep an extra battery or two on you. So now, since we have the Sea Glide and the Grav Trap, we can now begin harvesting more materials.
Silver-based wiring is an essential component of many habitat modules.
Everyone underestimates the Sea Glide. Everyone loves this. They actually love the Sea Moth because it will keep oxygen within it. But the Sea Glide can save your life in a pinch. For instance, in my earlier game, I actually ran into that bloody Leviathan Reaper, or that Reaper Leviathan.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth band.
How would you get a
Now we're
warning
hanging
about
on the edge
being
of a cave
crushed?
system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
I'm afraid that is impossible right now, my good man. I'm going nowhere near the Aurora without a sea moth. Alright, I have the silver ore, I have titanium, and the stand. I need one more glass. So that means we'll have to go out and get one more quartz. We shouldn't have too much of a problem finding quartz around here because I saw it in great abundance in this area. Ah, speak of the devil. And we might as well gather up 2 more acid mushroom as well. Bloody hell. Also, turn off your equipment once you're done with it. It does drain the battery over time. By the way, did you know that this life pod is solar charged? Alright, I believe we have everything we need to make a higher capacity O2 tank. Need to unequip this.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core.
Oh dear.
The reactor will
That does not
restart
look good.
in T-minus 10, 9, 8,
Oh dear.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Bloody. Well. Yes. Of course. So now we have a large radiation leak. And the Aurora is... For your convenience, the radiation suit has been added. See, press to view. Radiation suit. The suit fully protects against the effects of radiation during land, sea, and space exploration. Safety rated up to 400... I have no idea what SV an hour. Cross-compatible with all AEP suit functionality. Sleek. Radiation suit. A necessary precaution in a post-mad world. First time reading that, actually. Alright then. So, the Aurora has now blown up. I will need another lead. I can get fiber mesh soon, so let's see. Did I make that other glass already? Let me see. Yes, I have 2 glass, the silver ore, the tank. Oh, I have no titanium on me. Bloody hell. Might as well get a drink of water as well. There we are. Now let's make the higher capacity O2 tank. How many titanium do I need for that? Let's see. Oh, I need 4 titanium. Well, misreadings all around. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So now we have the higher capacity O2 tank. Can stay down for longer periods of time, but you still need. Alright, for the radiation suit, which is another, this is a standard thing in the game. We need 2 fiber mesh and 2 lead. Now, fiber mesh can be made, if you were paying attention, from creep vine. So let's go ahead and locate the creep vine zone. Also, I need a bloody compass. Need to be able to know where you're going at all times. See what I mean? I almost headed back down towards the depths. See, and there's a bladderfish right there. See, he seems to be the only one in the ocean right now. Those gas pods are creepy. I'm sorry, but they just simply are. They're creepy. Now, where did the creep vines go? Also need another lead piece. Ah, here's the creep vine area. I can't see a bloody thing. There we are. That flare should also provide a distraction as well. Good sir, do you mind? I am busy. Please go away. Let's see, I'll get one of these seeds. And I will also get... I believe that should be enough. I need 4 of them. And I need a creep vine cluster to make more lubricant. Let's see if I can find more salt deposit and lead in this area. I'll deploy right here.
30 seconds.
Really? Ah, there's the lead I need. I'll be taking my grab trap back.
Oxygen.
Yes, yes, I know. Having a topographical map of the area also helps a lot. It would seem there are early infections of the coronavirus in this area. Better be careful. I don't think radiation is causing those spots. Is my inventory really full already? You cannot be serious. Alright, let's head back. More bladderfish are popping up. Well, bloody hell. Going to be leaving those bloody things alone unless we absolutely have to use them. If you don't absolutely have to use them, use coral and salt to make bleach, and bleach will actually give you 2 bottles of water rather than just 1. A bladderfish will only give you 1 bottle and it's only 6 ounces. Barely enough to fill you. Fiber mesh, strong, natural fiber, comfy. I may need some more lubricant later. I'll make some more silicone rubber since it is nearby. Alright. We'll need this thing later. Right now, this should be our priority. So let's see, I have 1 lead here. Do I have another lead in this box? I could swear I have another lead in this box. Let me check the lower one. I doubt it. Empty. No, only 2 titanium. We'll have to go back for some more lead. Might be able to find some quick deposits of lead in this area. I'll once more deploy the grab and fish out any lead. No, just fish, and I don't need them right now. Don't eat if you don't have to. What's this? Oh, I forgot. The developers actually put people's gameplay into the game, and they come as health in the form of time capsules. When you run across these, they offer a few handy things. Blueprints. Time capsule. Let's see what's in the time capsule. A laser cutter.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh. So the full laser cutter is now there. Oh, and a thermoblade. You don't want to lose that thermoblade. And I'll show you why. A thermoblade, I tell you right now, a thermoblade will actually save your life under the sea. You don't have to go back to your life pod to cook food all the time. Now, another way to get thermoblade other than a time capsule would be to get the modification station, which is highly dangerous to get because you have to go into the mushroom forest to get that. Of course, there's a video that I already have with the mushroom forest. Again, very sorry for the length of this tutorial. I just wanted to show everybody how you should start out and how you should survive in this game, at least the way I was able to. I haven't died yet. Notice I said yet. Now let me demonstrate what the thermoblade does. So first, I'm going to deploy the grab trap. Next, we'll attract some fish. Now, if one would hold still long enough. Bloody hell! Great survival instinct these fish have. They know to stay away from something hot. Come here, you bloody thing. You can't pick them up. You have to hit them with the thermal blade. Oh, bloody hell. I'm about to run out of oxygen. I still have 60%, but I'm going to run out soon. Now, you're probably wondering, what's the difference between a cooked fish with a thermal blade and a fish that you cook in the fabricator? Well, they still have their innards, which provide H2O. That's the difference. And it makes all the difference in surviving in the ocean as well.
The fabricator cooks small organisms while disposing of the skeletal structure.
See?
body
Plus
fluids
5
within the
H2O.
organs, thus rendering them safe for human consumption.
You would do well to get the modification station into your main base early in the game so that you could make this blade. I just got lucky today. That's about it. Bloody blue blazes hell. Hold still, you bloody things. Having the worst luck. I'm probably being laughed at as I speak. Also, thermal blades also make great offensive weapons against large predators such as stalkers. Oh, bloody hell. I wanted to get one more before leaving this area, but I'm not leaving without my grav trap. Oh, now I get one of you? He sank to the bottom. Dead fish for some reason sink to the bottom instead of floating to the top in this game, and I have no idea why. Now, there is the matter of getting that lead. Ah, good, more copper ore. Copper ore is vital to making batteries and cells, which you will need later in the game. And if I already mentioned this, then I'm sorry. I'm tired. What do you expect? So far we have the high-capacity tank, the Sea Glide. Ah, some more silver. That was actually a stroke of blind luck. I didn't think we'd be able to get any more silver. Well, bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. We don't have the radiation suit yet. So I can't go in that direction. Also, when you go into the Aurora, in this direction lies death. I suggest not going in this direction. Take a far way around the ship, because if you go in this direction, you will run into that bloody bastard, the Reaper Leviathan. He's a red and white monstrosity with large pincer teeth. And that's just one of the large Leviathans in this game. The Sea Dragon Leviathan I haven't even run into yet. So let's see what I have so far. Another radio signal.
This is an automated distress signal from live pod 12. Coordinates attached. Warning. Live pod has sunk beyond safe diving distance. Do not attempt retrieval without submersible support.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Well, bloody hell. Alright then. My God, has it really been that long? Very sorry again for this long tutorial. It's been another half hour, so this has gone on for an hour and a half because 3 medkits were made in the time that I've been doing this tutorial. I wanted to make one more thing, which was the lead line suit, and then we'll go ahead and stop this. I can't believe my luck. A laser cutter. I got a laser cutter and a thermoblade. Time capsules are quite the joy. Well, we still need that one lead, so let's see if we can find the bloody thing. Another good place to find lead would be in the creepvine area, which I lost again. Ah, here we are, nearing the creepvine area now. Alright, let me deploy my grav trap. Salt deposits. Time of reckoning has come, fucko! Did you run away? Really? You're not going anywhere. I am so sick of these things attacking me all the time. Yes, not so tough now, are you, you bloody thing? That's for biting me earlier. Now then. Now we should get some peace and quiet in this area anyway. Ah, please be some lead. Inventory full. Silver ore. Let me see. Should I drop something? I better not have picked up a damned creature egg.
30 seconds.
I don't need that right now. I do need that silver ore, though. As I said before, thermoblades are highly effective against semi-large predators. I don't recommend doing what I just did, though. And I highly discourage it. Oh, come on, brain coral, I need some air. Thank you. Really? Good thing we have first aid kits on us. Oh, and a large filtered water. Or where do you think you're going? Finally, some lead. Alright, now we can leave this place. Still, after a couple of attacks by those bloody stalkers, we now have what we need for the final component to explore the Aurora. Bloody blue blazes hell. Alright, we have what we need to make the lead line suit. Sorry for the quietness in between. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Now I want to add one more thing to this suit before leaving this tutorial. Let me see what it takes to make it. I believe I will need a microchip. But first, let's see. I have all that. Oh, you should make this right away as well, but you don't really need it exclusively yet, but you do need to make it later on. So where the bloody blue blazes is it? I thought it would be in this listing. It's not in this listing? What bloody hell? Might as well make another beacon. Going to need that later on. Let's see, to make a microchip, I will need table coral, gold, and copper wire. I believe I have all of the essentials for that. Oh, I'm running out of power for my Sea Glide. So let's see. Are you telling me I'm out of coral? Bloody hell. Always try to keep some table coral and sample coral in your inventory as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will actually conclude my tutorial because it has gone on long enough. Everyone have a wonderful day, and I hope you have a stupendous weekend. I am Etrigan Evolus, and remember to enjoy the daylight. Be gone.